Hello, friends. I am Sarah Tremblay. I am the head instructor for the Leesburg Center for the Arts. Today is a very special day because we are wrapping up our very first virtual lesson series on the elements of art. The last element of art that we're going to focus on is value. So here's our recap. Value in art refers to the gradual change of lightness or darkness in a color. Values are created when a light source shines on a subject, creating shadows and highlights. Value is most apparent when you're working on a grayscale, which is where black is represented as the lowest or darkest, and white is represented as the highest or lightest value in the piece. Colors can have value too. When you're painting, value can be achieved by adding either black or white to whatever color that you're working with. There's a famous artist called Pablo Picasso. He went through a period of time where his art was defined as his blue period. During this time, Picasso's works were made up almost entirely of blue values. You'll be able to see an example of his blue period work on the blog post that accompanies this video lesson as well. So make sure to hop over to our website at leesburgarts.com/blog to check out the blog post as well. So for our art project today, we are going to be creating a really cool piece, and you only need a few things. One thing you will need is a piece of paper, a pencil, and then I want you guys to find something in your home that has a cool shape. It needs to be a little bit on the small side. This is what I'm using. It's a little patch that I found that's a really cute little flower shape. What we're going to be doing with this is we are going to be tracing whatever piece that you decide on grabbing. We're going to be tracing this over and over in the foreground and in the background of our piece, and then we're going to be shading each layer that we do lighter, medium, and then a little bit darker and darker as we go along. So we're going to be practicing value with our grayscale like we talked about in the refresh. Alright friends, let's get started. Alrighty friends, I cut down my paper. I am going to do 4 or 6 outlines of my shape that I picked. And once I have those, what we are going to do is take a look at the placement where we have those on our paper. And then we are going to shade them in very lightly using our pencil. And this is going to be the lightest value that we will be using in our piece. I'll go ahead and shade those in so you can see what they look like, just like that. After you do it with your pencil, I recommend rubbing it with your finger like I'm showing you, because that'll give you more even coverage and it won't look as textured as the original piece with your pencil. It will get your finger a little dirty, but it'll come off with soap and water. Next thing you're going to do is outline again. And when you're outlining your next set of flowers or whatever shape you have, you are going to do it on the back side or behind your original pieces. Each layer that we do, we are going to be adding more shapes behind the ones that we just did. And as we do each layer, we are going to be coloring them in a little bit darker. You're going to have 3 different values, 3 different gradients. That's the second layer done. You can see the lightest gradient and the medium. We're going to go around again, add another layer behind the first 2, and then we are going to color them in, like I said, a little bit darker to have our 3rd gradient. And that's what we looked like. We're going to shade them in. There they are. Now what I'm going to do is color in the background with Sharpie or your black marker so that it looks really detailed. And that's what it looks like. That is our lesson on value. Enjoy it, guys.